It's my off day, so I'm gonna spend it watching a movie. I'm attempting to sit through all of Man of Steel without falling asleep. Here in front of me I have all my tools. Popcorn, candy, coffee, Adderall, you name it. Yeah, I ran out of popcorn, so I just ordered a bag of Popeye's biscuits, which is basically the same thing. No matter what happens, I'm getting through this movie.
You believe your son is safe? I will find him. I will reclaim what you have taken from us.
Man of Steel is a movie? If I sound unsure, that's because I am. In a universe full of duds, this is the movie I like the least. Yes, even less than the one with Morbius. Not even so much because of what it is, but rather what it could have been. Despite not really caring for his work, I have nothing but respect for Zack Snyder. He's a guy with a clear passion for the craft of filmmaking. His style is very unique and unlike any other director currently working, whether you like it or not. When he's given projects he's a good fit for, he ends up churning out a pretty great product. Okay, my check cleared, let's actually start the video. Man of Steel lacks substance. It sets out to not only be the origin story for this Superman, but it also has to work as a foundation for this new DCEU at the time. It fails on both fronts. It's more interested in being this sci-fi action movie instead of focusing and prioritizing the characters and making them likable. Ironically, Snyder ended up getting his sci-fi space movie, and that sucked too. A lot of the dialogue here is just really boring and inconsequential. A 2-minute scene of characters talking feels like an hour. The majority of it boils down to hammering in the point of how important Clark is and the allegory of him being a messiah, which is just corny. It's insane how we're 11 years into the future and we still just know the bare minimum about this Clark Kent. The presentation of the story is also just really jarring. We spend 20 minutes on Krypton's destruction and then get Clark's backstory out of order. We'll go from seeing him as an adult, then to a glimpse of his time at school, then back to adult, and then another scene of his younger days, but this time as a teenager. Then we have a scene of Jonathan Kent being killed by a tornado, which is just weird. Like, the idea of Jonathan dying in some of the comics is that sometimes Clark can't save everyone, even with all his powers. An event like that makes him cherish life more. I guess he does here too, I think?
I actually see this as having more hope, you know?
I'm always hearing about how hope is such a prominent theme in the movie, but I never really see it. It's mentioned a fair amount of times in interviews and in the movie itself even, but I never walk away from it feeling hopeful. I just feel kind of depressed.
You could threaten my mother!
I want to spend some time to really talk about the look of the movie. This is one of the ugliest, good-looking movies I've seen. The cinematography is stunning. Scenes like Superman taking flight into the Taco Metropolis are very well shot and look great on their own. However, it's all brought down to the color grading. Snyder has this weird obsession with blues and grays. Scenes that clearly take place in the daytime are all washed out. I understand that this movie is supposed to have a serious tone and he wants the movie to visually reflect that. Yeah, you know, what if Superman was in our world? I don't know, man, the real world has more than 3 colors. It's certainly a creative choice to have your movie look like it was drenched in rainwater.
What was I supposed to do? Just let him die?
Maybe.
I think Man of Steel has a really good cast. Every single person here has had great performances in other projects, especially Lawrence Fishburne, Amy Adams, Michael Shannon, and especially fucking Russell Crowe. Any shortcomings they have here are mainly due to the script not really giving them much material to go off of. The biggest victim here is Henry Cavill. Henry has the look of Superman and the passion for the character, but none of it carries over into the actual performance. He sort of has that Ben Affleck effect where he'll have a really good moment, but then the other 90% of the movie he looks and sounds disinterested, as if he didn't want to be there.
And now, I have no people.
What the fuck you telling me for?
The worst part is that he never really grows out of it with the subsequent films. He shows off more charm and personality in interviews and behind the scenes content more than he does in the movie. It's a shame because it's such a waste of a talented actor with a lot of love for the character. He reminds me of Andrew Garfield. The only difference is that Andrew kinda had some redemption while Henry never really did.
Why am I so different from them? Earth's sun is younger and brighter than Krypton's one.
What's the S stand for?
It's not an S. On my world, it means hope.
If you like Man of Steel, I'm happy for you. You were able to see something in here that just didn't connect for me. That's the power of media. It can impact people in different ways. You probably saw this movie in 2013 and got hyped for more. For me, I watched it and it fucked up my pH balance and ruined my weekend. Alright, thanks for watching. New video out in a few days. Bye.